We had a visit from one of the Rosh Yeshivas from the East Coast a few years ago, and he came here, and I think he put it very succinctly. He says that this yeshiva is one of the best kept secrets in America.
There's a legacy and there's a heritage that's ingrained in the bones of the Rosh Yeshiva. And they're able to instill it into their Talmidim the same way.
It was my home away from home. I have very fond memories of the Rebbe and Rosh Yeshivas, and all my Chaverim from Yeshiva days.
Telz is very much geared toward the Bachrim.
For me, it's a place where I can build my foundation for the rest of my life.
We oversee the Bachrim and keep an eye on them. Like a mashgiach should watch for the back.
The yeshiva was founded in Lithuania by Rebbe Telzer, and that Messiah hasn't been changed in iota through different countries, through different lands, and through different decades and through different centuries.
Telz Yeshiva in our community is one of the primary areas where one can go to connect to the authentic Torah of the past.
Arbatzas HaTorah, Limud HaTorah. That's what Telz does best. And the Balabatim, as well as the yeshiva light, younger light, that come out of Telz Yeshiva have a certain dedication and ahava for Arbatzas HaTorah and for learning that, quite frankly, is unique to Telz Yeshiva and to the city of Chicago.
The awesomeness and the geschmackkeit about the learning and the Torah and how it just uplifts you, and when you get into that Beis Medrash and when you open up the Gemara, it's like you're in a different world.
No matter what position they'll take in life later on, produce people who will have a love of learning Torah.
It's an institution that teaches young men of their responsibility in the community, as well as their responsibility to the Creator and their responsibility to their families. They know where they're headed, where they're supposed to be headed, and what the purpose of their life is, and what the purpose of a Jew is.
The Medrash Tanchuma at the end of Chumash Bereshis tells us that when Moshe Rabbeinu blessed Klal Yisrael with V'zos HaBrocha, he told them that V'zos HaBrocha and V'zos HaTorah are one and synonymous. That Torah is the only brocha for the Jewish people, and that the yeshiva movement is the only guarantor for continued flourishing Yahadus.
I was a Talmud here for many years.
I started here in 10th grade.
I was a student here, now I teach here.
But this is where I grew up. This is the yeshiva that's made me completely into what I am today.
I've been here all my life. This is mamish my home. As the world advances, it seeps into the yeshiva. Our job in the yeshiva is to try to keep the world out as much as possible, so while the boys are in the yeshiva, they're able to steig and be matzliach, and then go out and do what they have to do in the world.
It's also very important that a bacher should know what's going on in the world around them, the nisim and niflois that go on in the world. Through science, bacher can come out with a greater emunah in Hashem.
When a person leaves the yeshiva, even to go into kiruv and go into chinuch, he should have the tools to what he needs.
Baruch Hashem, we have now this new dormitory that we just moved into recently. It's almost right across the street. The Bochum are very, very happy with that. Shabbos in yeshiva, Friday night in yeshiva. Most of the Bochum, even the Chicago Bochum, most of them spend Shabbos in yeshiva.
We worked very, very hard to make sure that this is a space that a Ben Torah can sleep in, relax in, and not have to worry about his environment around him.
So, the halacha is you finish
What an impact Telz Yeshiva has had on the city of Chicago.
The community today that has grown so much in Yiddishkeit is due mainly to Telz Yeshiva. There are a number of Rabbonim who are former students of this yeshiva.
Rabbi Avram Chaim Levin, Rabbi Keller, the entire staff at Telz Yeshiva has made a huge difference in where Klal Yisrael is going today. They are in the forefront. They are our foundation. And the reason why there are foundation is because the one nice thing about Telz is it never wavers.
I was given a foundation by Telz Yeshiva, which I do my best to take with me wherever I go.
They're there for you. I mean, it's just not a building, it's not mortar and bricks, it's people.
It's a resource for the city, and it's a resource for anybody who wants it. You want to come here, learn a little bit, you want to get a good Seder in something, it's something you can lean on, and they'll open their arms to you, and I think you'll keep coming back.
Telz Yeshiva is a way of life. It's not only taught us how to be B'nai Torah, taught us how to go out into the world, prepared us for what's out there, and is outside, I can say for myself and my family, it's been the most influential part in my life.